Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Good morning. All right, so interesting overnight action. So yesterday, during the regular trading session here, was kind of this area. It was actually pretty tight, but we did move up. And then, you know, when we stopped scalping, we decided to take like a longer term trade just for fun. And that one's doing really, really well. Now I have the target for it down here at 29. I can show you here if I just switch this from serious to my experimentation. You can see there's the order. We've made 359 on it, which is amazing. Amazing for the Treasuries, for the 10-year. But there was a little bit of luck in that, so I'm not going to celebrate too much. But it's pretty good. Here, right away, they are pushing up for some reason. So I think there's some risks in here. We do have some news today, don't we? Let's look at what we got on the docket for today. Well, we always have the news, right? The unemployment claims. But we also get personal spending, core PCE, unemployment. Okay, so we got some pretty big numbers coming out today. So there's that. Oh, we should post the links. Why don't we do that? We are live ranked, which doesn't say that we are. Yeah, we are. YouTube says we are. And let's pull the YouTube link. There you go, guys. And Bitcoin, on the other hand, they had a sell event, but then they bought it twice. So pretty good for Bitcoin. I do think we're seeing a little bit of some pullback, but ultimately we're probably still going to go down to 3,000. But I don't know. What I'm seeing in Bitcoin is not necessarily too positive, so there's actually a little bit of a divergence here in the futures. I think I'm going to go and post that. Yeah. That's kind of interesting. The future's not following along with the action. Okay. Okay, and interesting that we're sitting here at 03.5. I'm wondering if we've got some news going on that maybe pushed us up there, because it was an awfully fast move there for where it happened. Let's make sure that we got the squawk on. make him really quiet. There you go. No, stop. There we go. Okay. So what do we got here on TweetDeck? Powell says central banks can't take independence for granted. What the hell does that mean? Mean that someday the politicians are going to come in and force them to do stuff? That would be bad. I don't think that the market would allow it. I think that if they did that, they would push rates up so high. Donald Trump says, not that it matters, but I never fired James Comey because of Russia. The corrupt mainstream media loves to keep pushing that narrative, but they know it's not true. Okay, so he's tweeting about obstruction of justice again. And they were saying, this is interesting because yesterday it kind of seemed like the administration, or at least its allies, had kind of pulled away a little bit from the whole there were spies in my campaign, and he's tweeting about that as well. And he's tweeting to Iger, where's my apology? So it was like he felt like everybody ignored what he said yesterday, and he's coming out and saying it even stronger this morning. You and ABC have offended millions of people and they demand a response. How is Brian Ross doing? He tanked the market with an ABC lie, yet no apology. Oh, man. So I voted for Donald Trump, and, I've been following him pretty well, and I feel like Okay. I felt like I've understood and been able to predict what he's going to be able to do fairly okay, but even I'm shocked at the tweets that he's making past 2 days. Was like it's just some of the feistiest things that he's said. Okay, well, the volume was clearly up there. I don't know if I feel like this move is justified, especially with news coming out in 7 minutes. But what you gonna do? So for this experimental trade, the question is, how should we manage this one? Should we take it off right before the news? I think that would probably be the wisest thing, because we don't know what the numbers is going to be, and that's something that could easily pop us up half a point. And I think that we should lock in whatever profit we have right then and there and just say that was the experiment. Fair? I think that's what we'll do. So when we start seeing pulling, we'll take it off. Which is all good. U.S. metal tariffs are 99.9% done and will impact Mexico, Canada, and the EU. Okay. This iceberg is interesting, but I'm not going to take a trade for the news. It looks like they're having a hard time getting over it, though. Deutsche Bank U.S. operations designated to be in troubled condition by the Fed, Department of Justice, citing sources. Okay. That would do it right there. Okay, so let's take off our experiment. So I think that the number that I think is going to really matter is the personal spending month over month and personal income month over month. So we're looking for 0.4 and 0.3. Okay, so we got that off. What was the final profit? So final profit was 328. I continue to push up. I don't know what that is in ticks. I think that's 21 ticks. Okay, so now we got the serious one on. Okay. Okay, 0.6, that's good. Canadian GDP also good. Hmm. Okay, so pretty mixed reaction. So we're not necessarily getting a trade off of the news. Technicals might end up mattering more here. Okay. Confidence step up there at 05. I honestly still don't like it long, to be honest. Hmm. Well, they took it short, and the buyers immediately fired back. And they're holding the 05. Okay. So there was your strong tick. They didn't pull, but yeah, okay. So it's definitely like a buy signal now. Went too fast for me to take, and I'm not so sure that I can take 06. Be chasing at that point, so 06 is the bottom of a range previously. And some oil headlines coming through here. Sure, that's going to be moving probably down because Russia's saying that they could increase their output if they need to. Okay, we're moving up and the E-mini is coming down a little bit. Okay, so now we're getting the continuation signal at 06. I don't think I could get filled at 06 though. Okay. There was some pulling at 05, so we're holding off on that one. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm kind of seeing indications that it could go either way, as I see people pulling both ways. Okay, that time that they hit up into 06, there was some fighting. I think that that kind of supports the sellers. Okay. Nine a.m. Eastern time, so oh, so here in 30 minutes. Oh, I always spell tariffs wrong. That's two F's. There we go. This is a messy, messy trade. I think people are kind of getting caught off guard a little bit by this steel news. I think a lot of people thought, oh, they're going to make a deal with China and all of the tariffs are off the table, but clearly the administration is still concerned about U.S. steel and the potential national security concerns with it. That basically we need to be able to produce our own steel in the United States in case like a war ever happens or something. So, yeah. Do you see some targets below us? Kind of looks like some guys in ZB did not get paid. Or are those just the lows? Hold on. What prices were we seeing these at? $143.30. That is the low. Okay. So just targets at the lows is what that is. Oh, we got somebody from Trading Technologies. Okay, that came off awfully quick. It feels bullish, but something isn't quite lining up. Swing sell still above support around 300, but lower highs, so both ways credible. Technically, probably increased volatility. Exit looks up slightly biased. I actually really like it when they come in and they tell us about those kinds of trades. I can already see that it's giving me continuation signals or signals that they're going to try and push one way or the other, and then they stop right there and turn around. Well, if you caught 045, that was a great catch, alligator. Okay, well, here we are at the 6 again. Yeah. Oh, okay, it sounds like that maybe he did get filled. Sounds like the fund wants to go. It might pull us up with it. See that? It's like pulling, but then it's not going. It may yet tick. I mean, gosh. So it's gotten light, and I don't feel confident enough to click it. Okay, they didn't take it. I think I'm going to need to see some significant volume to come through to take a trade. I think I'm going to sit tight for the next 13 minutes or so for the news conference. I'm guessing, is they going to have a White House press briefing? Let's check the YouTubes. There's Bloomberg. The White House. Well, they don't have a stream up yet for that. See, like live. Yeah, I don't see anything other than Bloomberg, so. Okay. Now fiddling around with 05.5, but that's lower than it was. I'm still not seeing like a big delta sell coming in. I don't know if they're going to push it higher, but I think that buyers still have it at the moment. Whoa. That was a year ago that they were troubled. Well, you could maybe get a breakout here, but I don't know how. Not too sure what the probability is that it breaks out. Lots of games, yeah. I'm with Tucker. There's lots of games today. I've been wondering, I've noticed that we get these fighting on the edges, so I'm wondering, are we going to tick back down again? Five-year tick down. They did tick up, but they're not pulling. Tucker's going short 06 half, so. Nope. Well, that was a pretty decent tick up. Did not hold. I have to say that the way that the spread is running right now is making me want to prefer the short side. But I need to see selling in the 10-year to do that. The demise of the global trade system. Here's an idea. Just start playing fair. That bid at 06 is a total lie. Was it always big there? No, it was not. I don't know. Okay, there it goes, yeah. It wasn't really fake though, was it? Well, 1,000 of it was fake. Nope, that sucks. So I took that one because I thought that it wasn't going to get filled at 06. Clearly wrong. So now if I could have gotten filled at 06 half, then I'm definitely going to be mad at myself. I don't know, guys. No, an iceberg at 06. I got +1 on a 2-lot. That's pretty good. I mean, the spot that you picked ended up being a really good spot. And I really wasn't a believer in the location when you took it. Look at me. Same mistake I'm always making, huh? I really should have just clicked out of that one and now it's too late. Okay. So if I hadn't have screwed that up, I think it could take 07 or 06 half. much. It came up and did that pretty quickly, didn't it? This, just looking at what happened over there at '06 though, I mean, that action was not like the kind of action that you would get with like a fake order pulling and trying to push the market down below it, was it? It was kind of more indicative of somebody that wants to get filled. Oh, I forgot that we were having that meeting. I don't know if it's started yet. Well, to come up here and hit '08 now, that's pretty crazy. Maybe here at '08. Okay. The E-mini is going down. Hmm. You're still kind of getting fishy level 2 behavior. Market doesn't like tariffs. Okay. Jeez, okay. That one you gotta go for. I think that's like jeez. Yeah, there you go. If they get past this iceberg at 09.5, then you can really get some new high. I should maybe try and take off. I should maybe try and just get the +1 off of this one. Because I don't know if it's actually going to get through the iceberg or not. Well, but I'm getting a free look. Oh, look at that. Okay, well, they yeah, pretty aggressive backtick there. And some pulling at 09. Okay. Yeah, that's what I meant, Tucker. Well, maybe. Was there an iceberg at 10? I thought that there was another iceberg at 10. Yeah, I think we're all saying the same thing. So I'm saying he was probably saw the iceberg and clicked on the iceberg and got a really quick fill on the iceberg and then bid, one tick below that and pulled the tick out. Yes. As soon as 10 went bid, they sold everything on the bid right away. When I got in, was I in 9? Yeah, I was in 9. Nine continues to be a weak price, but they're not offering a ton. Okay, so pulling it 08 half. No orders. That was a good pull on no orders. Come on. Ah. So this is probably the same thing. I'm going to bet you that there's going to be an iceberg at 08 half. Yeah. Let's just try it here. Okay. So there it is, and then you offer here at 09. See? I think that's what he does. If I could get filled at 08 half again, I'd do it. As long as this 08 doesn't pull. Okay, so I didn't like that. Okay. Still no good. Okay. Okay. Might scratch this one. They're playing games with me here. For sure. Some people hit into 09. That's good. Two orders. Okay, pull. Good. Not enough hitting into it off of the pull. I think oil could be weighing on it. And there they're doing it again. Couple more. Okay. Not enough. Okay, now they're pushing it. Yep. There might be more in it. In fact, now that 09 half is pulling, you think he'd be short up here? Hmm. So this 09 continues to be an area of balance. Oh, I took that 3 times. Because I was just trying to show the absorption in backtick. Nah, I'm gonna have to watch that video again, but I don't think that's the trade that that guy is taking. I don't think he's saying you see the iceberg and you trade it as a counter trend thing, because when you see an iceberg, it's really 50-50 if they're going to go through it or not. And I really don't think that there's any edge on if you see absorption in backtick and you take a fade there right off of the iceberg. I'm not so sure that there's an edge there. What I can say is that if there's an iceberg at 08 halves, we're moving down and there's an iceberg at 08 halves, there's a really, really good probability that you can get filled at both 08 halves and 09.0. And I think that was the trade that he was taking. And you could probably get that 60 to 80% of the time. Now, in terms of just taking it counter trend, like I think there's an iceberg there, we're at the bottom of the range. Hmm. Well, if I'm looking for aggression slash shift in momentum, I'd be more looking at the level 2 and not an iceberg. Yeah. Okay. I don't know, but that guy was talking about just taking one tick. Are we talking about the same guy? We're talking about the guy that was interviewed by John Grady, and he says that he'll just take one tick. He has a trade where he just takes one tick. I thought that's what we're talking about. Hmm. Okay. Well, the only thing I can say is that, because I thought we were talking about icebergs, be careful about the icebergs because there's no probability on them. It is 50-50 whether or not it goes through it. And it's really only like the 5K ones and how it reacts after the 5K iceberg that would really have edge. Okay, so they're trying to get above the 09.5 and it's struggling. But I'm seeing pulling. Yeah, the context is very important. Yeah, you're almost never gonna see those 5Ks in the middle of nowhere. They're usually at extremes. I'm still not sure. I I would say, well, there is some buying here in ZF. Um, the delta is down in the 10-year, but that can just be profit taking, and I think that one's probably okay. ZV's not really telling us anything other than that they're having a really hard time getting above 27. Now here's the right at the OA halves again. Yeah, I was about to say I would be worried about trying to buy the OA halves now because there's a good chance that they'll try and hit it more aggressively this time. Now that it held, though. Maybe now we could take 09. I think I'm kind of trying to talk myself into a long. I'm still don't see the edge that tells us that we're gonna see the high of the day before we see like, oh wait. Yep. Okay, that down tick was bad. Okay. Would like to see that offer thicker. Okay. What made me take that one was that we were stuck here at 6.5 and 6.2. There was a lot of buying, and they just got stuck. and then they sold it to 062, and I immediately saw it start going down, and that's why I took it. Okay, iceberg there, so let's just... Okay, that 08 half is not as strong as I would like, and that's why I only took one. That 09 is not as strong as I would like either. That was a little frustrating because I caught a price that I thought was okay. Like, I saw it coming off. Oh, that's Spain. Anyways. So I saw it drop. There was tons of volume that bought into this, and then when people sold, the 06 quarter just didn't hold. So I took a short, and I saw, based on the level 2 and the DOM, that it was a place where it could take another step further. So it was an okay entry signal. But the problem is that I took it, and then it went to the 080, and 080 was a balanced price. So at that point I knew, yeah, maybe I could bid at 07.5 and there's a chance that I would get it, but I don't think enough of volume went through there to get it, and so that's why I just took it off at the balanced price again, because I wasn't going to risk it coming back up. And now you can see, if I hadn't have done that, I would be -1. So a balanced price would be, let's see if I can see one here. So a balanced price would be a price where it goes bid and offer many times, and they're not willing to bid or offer more than like 1,000. So you see right here, and it's not really doing it. Okay, so we're like 600 at 090. There's a good chance now that they're going to try and sell through 090, and they'll offer, but they'll only offer up 6. And then it'll trade back and forth many times. So what it means is, yes. So it means that buyers and sellers, for the moment, appear to think that that price is fair, and they're both willing to buy and sell this price, but buyers aren't really willing to buy this price and sellers aren't really willing to sell this price. And so the prices on the edge of that balanced price are hard to get limit order fills on. And in the worst situations, you'll get these, you get these zipper things where it just stays in that range for quite some time, like, 20 minutes. Now, the thing that you can see here in this range, I think, is a little bit more interesting, because what would happen is, you see I have an I right there. That's how I indicate that it's a balanced price. So I say there's interest on both sides there. That's why it's an I. You notice though, there's an I here and there's an I here. And technically there's kind of an I here as well. And that's why we're able to pull out 1 to 2 ticks so easily, because you basically have 2 or 3 I prices in a row. So it's really easy to get filled anywhere in here. Okay, well, the volume in ZF is still short. And that 08 is still weak, which is good. And ZB just took a dive. Well, not a dive, but there was a lot of selling in there at 26. They failed it. $58.2. Iceberg at 09.5, huh? Okay, they got through there. Nope. That's good. All this buying here, and they're actually a tick lower. I'm still not 100% sure I have an edge about whether it comes out the top or the bottom. Even with that good Chicago PMI news. I for some reason feel like going short. But I'm not going to hit 08.5. Because that's the bottom of the range. Do 09 would be okay. Too much volume there at 08.5. Something going on in the 5-year here now. Gonna drop out here. How much was absorbed here? 4,000. 4,000 bought. What price was that? 09. 4,000 bought into 09. We're 2 ticks lower. Does not appear that the orders that got in there have puked. ZB is fighting all over back and forth here. Need to up our circle tuner. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So they're experiencing the same thing in ZB. Some sell side liquidity overwhelming them. And meanwhile, ZF is the one that's pushing lower. Maybe back to the VWAP, in fact. Although I suspect it's going to come back a little bit here. Yep. Okay, well that 10 is not as strong as it should be. I'm sure the Mexicans are pissed today. Okay, so they're eyeing it. They're getting solid upticks, but they're not getting the pulling. Okay, there's the pull. But it's an iceberg. And now ZF is back to that 06 quarter area where they had trouble before. Okay, that was a good uptick. Okay, I can buy this. Not gonna get filled. Okay. So that 06 half is not as strong as it should be. But let's see, there could be some iceberging here. One order has gone through at the high. Okay, pulling. Kind of pushing, not quite getting what they want yet. ZF did go up. I'm gonna hold it. Right there. Not quite the action that you'd want to see on a test of the high, but it looks like they might take another look here. Okay. Waiting. Reasonable bid. ZF not holding 26 half yet. Not as strong of a bid now. This is still kind of pulling. They still look a little scared. Come on. Okay, so there's an uptick and a pull. Okay, they a lot hit that. And that 26 half looks weak. Yeah. Okay, so they tried to hold it, but it didn't. And that's them pulling it 10 half again. Well, I might have to just take a +1 again, guys. Because ZF does not want to let it go. The funny thing is that I'm gonna offer out here. Okay, hold up. Or that was a much more positive action. I was about to say, if I offer out here and then I get filled in, it's probably going to be when it goes. But just our luck, they decided to start going. Pretty big iceberg over there. That first trade that I took was really, really poorly managed. I mean, I have a feeling they want to move up. Well, we're going to have data here in a minute, so... That could push us higher. That's really bad. Hmm. Wow, that really came off, didn't it? Now ZF is looks like they're gonna kill us again. Hmm. Hmm. I think that they're gonna tick through here. Yeah. You mean I mean, I like shorting 10 here. Other than that, the cumulative delta in the 5-year now appears to have like completely turned around. Well, I kind of just like changed my mind very quickly there, because I want this one, this 10 where the iceberg was. I like that. One day the ES is going to go down 100 points. We just don't know which day. Okay, starting to get some positive action because they've ticked up many times. So this is starting to look like people, like the market is slowly turning here, I think. Notice I'm not getting filled at 110. I get filled out. I don't think I should be. Okay, 110 not acting as strong as it should. Okay. Having real trouble at 115. Yeah. Well, I really liked the way that they were hitting it. Just, wave after wave after wave after wave. But it should be able to tick up and hold it. Okay. Wow, look at that. Nope. Okay. Why are they having such a hard time at this price? I don't know. It actually hasn't actually been that much volume at 11.5 yet, has it? But it seems like they should be able to, they should have been able to hold this. Especially after the way that they hit that 12. Like somebody is hanging on here, and I think they're in a precarious position. Okay. Well, I don't think that my trade is working out, so I'm just gonna get out. So now we end up basically break even after all of that. I think I picked a poor price, really. I mean, chasing somewhat there. Yep, buying and chasing the highs. I still think they're going to attack the highs, though. I think if they give us another free look, we should maybe take it, but... I don't know. I think on that particular one... So here's the thing. This one where I got +2, I could see how one might consider that chasing because we were basically at the high when I took it. But the way that the level 2 was working in the order flow and everything, it was a free look. So that one is like, I can take that, and if they don't just go, I can get out at break even. And then, they went and I got 2 ticks and I just took it and it was okay. This one, though, was not the same thing, was it? This one was like, they came from 08, I think. I don't know why I didn't jump on it earlier. And then there wasn't really like well, I guess there was like some strong takes there, yeah. There was like some strong takes there, but, even on this one, I think when they had such a hard time holding 11.5, I should have just gotten out, Because it's even now, I got out the -2 and I probably shouldn't have done that, but even now you can see the way that it's acting. They're at that 11.5, and then when they take it down, it takes down much stronger. Every time that I think that that might be like a buying price, they just go through it. Oh, yes. Well, I feel like that last trade was pretty bad, and given how many trades we've taken now and we're still break even, I think that's probably a good place to just stop. And I don't see a swing trade because I'm really not sure. I do think that they're going to attack those highs, but at that, I don't know how much higher they can really go. Like there's 14. I think 14 is a good target. And then beyond that, I'm not really so sure. And it looks like the market, we're getting back into a conflicted market here. And I haven't made very good calls on the whole trade war thing in general anyways. Like, it just kind of seems like market kind of goes nowhere when this is happening. So we're just going to quit at break even. It sucks. You know, if we had gotten rid of this one, for sure, then that would have been the 6-tick day right there. And we could have stopped, or we could have stopped at the 4. But, and some of these could have been more, of course. So we bought like the 08 half several times, and we could have gotten 09 half. So we had some bad trades, but we also had some good trades. So I think there was still some progress. And I think, you know, today was a day that could have, you know, anytime that I see something like this where we spent the pretty good portion of the session trading in ranges, you know, and I come out break even or ahead, I think it was a good day for me. So yeah, where's Bitcoin at before I go? Oh, and you know, I have to post this, so let's do that. Well, you know, I don't need to. I don't see much of a point in keeping that up, so I'm just gonna post these, and I will see you tomorrow.